Thank you so much. I came this evening to brief Mr. President what happened. Well, that's the tradition. You have a former president, all these regional and continental issues. Whenever you're involved, when you get back home, you have to brief your president because the Ecowas leaders will meet. I will not be there. So you'll be able to get first-hand information. I think, just like I mentioned in the press briefing, the key thing is that that election was concluded. Tallying of the results was almost concluded. In fact, the results are known. And the key thing is that the winner of that election must be announced. Well, they cannot kick out the military with force, otherwise people will die. But let us know the winner of the election. What asking the Ecowas leaders to do is to reach out to the military leadership in Guinea Bissau. Talk to them. They are human beings. They know the right thing to be done. That's for them to release the opposition man.
It is no longer news that the problem we Africans are having is our leaders. Just as former Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan has rightfully said in this interview. Imagine what happened in Guinea Bissau. Election was conducted and the result has been corrected. Night that we proceed for the day for the election result to be made public for people. They already know who won the election. Then the sitting president of the Guinea Bissau, used in hand, according to Jonathan, to announce that the army has overthrown his government. How can such thing happen? We know what coup is in Africa. Especially we that's come from Nigeria, we suffered a lot from the military administrations, coup upon coup, and we know what is coup, we know what is palace coup, we know what is ceremonial coup. But according to Jonathan, this particular coup that took place in Guinea-Bissau, which he himself, as a leader in Ecowas, who led the delegation that monitored the election in Guinea-Bissau, said that the election is fair and free and there's no violence. The election went on smoothly. But what will make the army to take over government a night that will proceed for the day we announce the winner? Because the sitting president have seen that the opposition seem to have won the election or we win the election. So he does not want the opposition to take over the government. Instead of him to hand over to the opposition to move the country forward, those who know the system of governance, how to move the country forward, because of their corruption, they don't want the government that will come in that will probe them. That is why you see this kind of a thing happening in Africa's leaders would like to sit in power, hold power for a very long time. Even they will try to change constitution that will give them second term, third term, fourth term, even fifth term, even life president. This is what you see, the mentality of an African leaders. But this is not the mentality of African youth. Because when we talk about this thing, we think that every African does not have that sense to govern themselves or sense to reason to move their country forward or their continent forward. No, there are a lot of intellectuals in Africa that can lead Africa to its highest height, even past those we call the Western world. But being that those who already in authority, who have gotten that power, does not want to leave that seat. If anyone speak up, either they arrest the person or they kill the person, or they themselves will use their hand to invite the military to come and take over, as long as that military is loyal to them, so that they will continue in the corridor of power, so that the people will not probe them. The problem they have is that they are all corrupt. Just as Jonathan has rightfully said, they want the election result to be announced, even though that you cannot force a military government to just vacate office like that, because when they seize power, and when they test the power and see the sweetness of that power, like that case of that Guinea-Bissau, army has been in control of that region for a very long time. So I don't know why they're returning back to military regime. They have been having issues, having problems, one of the poorest country in the world. But their president need to be arrested, need to brought to book to be able to tell his nation exactly what happened, why this kind of change of government. That election, as demanded by Jonathan, election result must be announced. If possible, let the winner of that election be installed as the president of Guinea Bissau so that there will be peace. Because these are the things that is making the youth to flee their country, moving to other countries to seeking asylum and refugees all over places. It's not supposed to be so, because the problem we Africans have, it is not that the economy is all that bad, but the leadership, those who are in authority, are the one that is perpetuating evil and hardship to the people that make people to be free all over the whole world, looking for greener pasture. So these are the issues that we need to address as a nation, as a continent, as a people, to be able to make sure that we have our say in the international community. Let us enjoy to listen to what
thank you so much.
Abuja Jonathan,
Came this evening
former Nigerian president,
to brief Mr. President.
Please, if you have anything
what
to
happened,
say in
that's
the comment section,
tradition.
we are there to
Former president,
rub minds together to see how we can move Africa forward. Thank you for watching,
when you get
and
back
see
home,
you
you have to
in my next
brief
video.
your president, because the Ecowas leaders will meet. I will not be there, so you will be able to get first-hand information. I think, just like I mentioned in the press briefing, the key thing is that that election was concluded. Tallying of the results was almost concluded. In fact, the results are known. And the key thing is that the winner of that election must be announced. Well, they cannot kick out the military with force, otherwise people will die. But let us know the winner of the election. What I'm asking the Ecowas leaders to do is to reach out to the military leadership in Guinea-Bissau. Talk to them. They are human beings. They know the right thing to be done. First, for them to release the opposition man, because the man has not committed any offense. He didn't announce himself as a winner of election. If he has done that, they will say it was a treasonable offense. So there was no reason to arrest him. So release that man. Then they should announce the result. And if the military will agree, the person who won the election should be inaugurated as the president of the country. We are tired of this in Africa. We are tired. Every day is negative story, negative story. What happened in Guinea-Bissau? It is not what some people would say palace coup. It was not a palace coup. We know coups. Real coups, palace coups we know in Nigeria. This was not even a palace coup. I was looking for the appropriate word to describe. I couldn't get it. I described it as a ceremonial coup. It was a ceremony conducted by the head of state himself.